Now it's Glee. More from Fox following this episode.
The Celibacy Club will now come to order. Let's start the meeting by reading the minutes from last week's meeting, where we read the minutes from the previous meeting, and Rachel spent the hour quizzing Quinn about the nature of her relationship with Finn.
Questions somebody still refuses to answer.
And I will continue to refuse to answer them because they are none of your business. All I will reveal is that I rejoined the Celibacy Club to focus on me.
Me too. Finn is kryptonite, which is why I'm focusing all my energies now on my songwriting.
Yes, and I have to say, I am very inspired that both of you are showing how celibacy is a viable option for teens who simply aren't ready for intimacy, and for those who are older and are terrified of the hose monster. I have a little bit of club swag here that I think is really going to catch on. Ready? Chastity charms. You hand up a little heart, but not the key. That way, nobody can open the lock forever. And ladies, that's what keeps us safe.
I have some questions. Some things that I'm curious about.
No. Why be curious? No. Wait to have relations until you're comfortable. Right? Maybe till your honeymoon. I don't know. Maybe even later. Celibacy, ladies! Dig it!
I'm just so disappointed.
Why? I thought you wanted the chastity charms to catch on.
I did until I realized they were wearing the chastity charms as clip-on nipple rings.
I know preaching abstinence is hard, but I've seen how a teen pregnancy can turn a kid's world upside down. So keep fighting the good fight. And I'm happy to do whatever I can to help make celibacy an option for these kids.
I don't know, hot stuff. Sounds pretty lame.
Holly, what are you doing here?
Something. The health and wellness teacher's out with a mad case of the herp. Yikers.
Oh, it's so good to see you. There's space. Oh, this is Emma Pillsbury.
Hi. Nice to meet you.
This is Holly Holiday.
Holly.
Have a seat here.
Oh, thank you.
Wow.
So I'm curious why you don't think that celibacy is a valid choice for teenagers.
Oh, I do. I think it's a valid choice. I just don't think it's that realistic. You know, it's like saying vegetarianism is an option for lions. I just read in the newspaper that 90 high school girls in a Memphis school district got pregnant within 3 months. I mean, it is Tennessee, but still, we've got to shake things up. You know, information is power. Oh, and by the way, well, some of your Glee kids are the most clueless. Demonstration. This is a condom which can help prevent the spread of HIV, which can lead to AIDS, and it also prevents pregnancy.
Wait, cucumbers can give you AIDS?
Seriously? Because I just happened on my salad.
Gotta educate these kids.
I strongly disagree. I don't think that we should barrage these kids with graphic information. They're kids. I don't want to steal their innocence.
Are you, like, some kind of crazy Pope lady? Think about the images that these kids are exposed to. I mean, think about what they have access to.
That doesn't make it okay. And it shouldn't change the message that they get from us, which is this is serious stuff and is not for kids and is not for adults.
Okay, well, I think that's a little naive. And now, if you'll excuse me, I'm off to have a crazy sex because I'm crazy informed about it. Kidding. Hasta luego.
Hasta luego. Oh, man.
some sweet lolly high this evening. Get our cuddle on. Look, I'd really like to get my sweet lady kisses on, but I haven't been feeling very sexy lately. I think I have a bun in the oven. Please don't tell anyone. Okay, especially Artie.
Yeah, sure. Your secret's safe with... Oh my god, Brittany's pregnant. Oh my god, Brittany's pregnant.
It's only a matter of time.
For what?
Brittany to get pregnant?
Congratulations! What? We didn't hear your girlfriend's pregnant. You're gonna be a baby today.
All right, folks. Regionals is in a week. It's time to get deep into our set list. Artie, you okay? My life is over. How am I supposed to support a baby? How could you not tell me about this? Wait, Brittany, are you pregnant?
Definitely. I'm so sorry, Artie. I didn't want to upset you. I thought I could surprise you when I dropped him off. Pretty sure it's a boy.
Babies don't get dropped off.
Wait, Brittany, have you been to a doctor yet? That's the only way to be sure.
I don't need to go to a doctor. I just need to look outside my window. 3 days ago, a stork built its nest on top of my garage. I'm not stupid. It's obviously getting ready to bring me my baby. I know where babies come from.
And that's when I realized you were right.
Let's go! Health and wellness, Jessica's class! Do we feel our hearts pounding in? You see, we have really got to educate these kids.
How are we going to do that without being too graphic? I want to educate them, not titillate them.
Didn't you ever read Jessica Seinfeld's cookbook? It's all about taking vegetables and hiding it in food so that you can trick kids into eating what's good for them. Shake it! And loose.
I'm not following.
It's jazzercise, Will. It's really not that hard. Grease it.
I'm still talking about the vegetable hiding.
All I'm saying is, all we have to do is find a way to sneak in the sex education lesson in a less provocative way. And stretch. How good do we feel? Sweating? Yes. Next week we are going to talk about the power of muscle testing. Yeah? Bye. Love you. Okay, here's what I think you should do. Let me come into Glee Club this week and I'll show you what I mean. The kids will think that they're getting ready for regionals, but really I'll slip in a little lesson about how to avoid STDs. And speaking of STDs, how is your dating life?
Right now I'm the president of the Celibacy Club.
That's a waste of some fine man butt.
Sexy.
I really hope that's not one of the requirements for regionals, because with Barry and those tights, we don't stand a chance.
No, this isn't about regionals. I'm less worried about that right now and more worried about the fact that it's become clear to me that some of you have been lacking when it comes to understanding the intricacies of adult relationships. Anyways, along with preparing for our regional next week, I want to spend the week educating ourselves about some of these intricacies.
Is this the appropriate forum for that?
Look, whenever we had issues in the past that are on our minds or giving us problems, it's always helped us to sing about it. So, this week I have invited a special guest, Miss Holiday.
No, it's the salad lady.
Okay, so, sex.
It's just like hugging, only wetter.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so let's start with the basics. Finn, is it true that you thought you got your girlfriend pregnant via hot tub?
I have always been dubious.
And Brittany, you think that storks bring babies?
I get my information from Woody Woodpecker cartoons.
Well, that's all gonna end right here, right now, because today we are gonna get under the covers, all together, and get the ditty on the dirty.
So turned on right now.
What about those of us who choose to remain celibate?
Oh, well, I admire you. Although I think you're naive and possibly frigid, I do admire your choice.
I think this is a good time for a song.
Oh, yes, okay.
Okay.
Rule number 1, every intimate encounter that you're ever going to have in your life is going to start with a touch. Just remember, whenever you have sex with someone, you're having sex with everyone they've ever had sex with. And everybody's got a random. Don't you think it's time for the Warblers to do a Joan Armatrading medley?
I'm not so sure people know who that is.
Well, if it isn't my sweet, sweet porcelain.
Coach Sylvester, what are you doing here?
I'm just picking up some coffee. I like my enemas piping hot. Actually, boys, I heard that this was the Dalton Academy hangout, and I come in a spirit of fellowship. As you no doubt have heard, I've taken over for the coach of Oral Intensity.
We heard you push him down the stairs.
No, you can't prove that.
This is just sort of how she talks.
So, I happen to have some top secret intel. Will Schuster has finally realized that his team's Achilles heel is their utter lack of sex appeal. New directions are getting sexy. And the key to regionals is out-sexing them. And I suspect that the judges are scoring extra for it this year. So, porcelain, quid pro quo. What do you have for me?
I'm sorry, Coach, but you and I are not in cahoots.
I should have nailed that down before I gave you my top secret intel. Porcelain, you just made a powerful enemy.
We gotta hold an emergency meeting.
Why?
Aren't you listening? The judges at regionals have an eye out for something new, which means Warner's gotta do something sexified.
I am very disappointed in you, Will. Letting Polly come in and just teach the Glee kids about stuff. And why don't you just pair them up? Huh? Rent them a bunch of motel rooms.
Oh, I had no choice, Emma. These kids are totally unprepared. Look, in the spirit of fairness, why don't you and the kids in your celibacy club come in and do a number?
Or like sing?
Yeah. We're trying to teach through song. And yours can be a counter-argument to Holly's.
Well, I look forward to the opportunity to nail her to the wall. You know what I mean.
Well, Tuckerman, it's your lucky day.
You finally gonna let me motorboat those twins?
Remember I told you I had a master plan? Here it is. Can you think of a celebrity who released a tape of their intimate relations that didn't make them more famous?
This is going where I think it's going. I may need to sit down.
Rachel Berry wants to be a famous singer. I just want to be famous. Doing that number for Glee Club was my first step toward being a star. I want to be like a Kardashian. I want a TV show and a fragrance. It'll be called Zeisties. And the slogan will be, you just got Zeist.
I'm not sure I heard that last part right, because I'm getting a little lightheaded, but if we make one of those tapes, that means...
If your love-making prowess is impressive as your skills of deduction, I'm in for a ride.
I would like to welcome you ladies of our sister school, Crawford Country Day. As you know, the Warblers are competing in our show choir's regionals competition next week. So, what we're going for here today, ladies, is something a little sexy. But we need your input. Are we scream-worthy? Do we make your knees turn to jelly? So without further ado, hang on to your bobby socks, girls, because we're about to rock your world. sweet, but not your team. Are you okay? You kept making those weird faces the whole song.
Those weren't weird faces. Those were my sexy faces.
It just looked like you were having gas pains or something.
Great. How are we supposed to get up on the stage at regionals and sell sex tea to the judges when I have as much sexual appeal and knowledge as a baby penguin?
We'll figure something out.
I want to talk to you about something. I really like when we make out and stuff.
Which isn't cheating because...
The plumbing's different. But when Artie and I are together, we talk about stuff like feelings.
Why?
Because with feelings, it's better.
Are you kidding? It's better when it doesn't involve feelings. I think it's better when it doesn't involve eye contact.
I don't know, I guess I just don't know how I feel about us.
Look, let's be clear here. I'm not interested in any labels. Unless it's on something I shoplift.
I don't know, Santana. I think we should talk to somebody. Like an adult. This relationship is really confusing for me.
Breakfast is confusing for you.
Well, sometimes it's sweet and sometimes it's salty. Like, what if I have eggs for dinner? Then what is it?
Those linens are incredible.
I know, is that Egyptian cotton?
Why do they keep editing all this vacation and playing stuff?
A-class is it up.
If I want to see Kim Kardashian being classy, I'll watch it.
Touch me.
We're not putting any of that stuff in ours.
Guys, what's going on?
Oh, hey, Miss Ace. Hey, can you help us out?
Yeah?
Laura and I are going to make a sex tape.
So I can get a recording contract.
Wow, okay. Well, first, can I just say that I'm very impressed by not only your ambition, but by how comfortable you are with your own bodies.
Easy to be comfortable when you look this good. Yay!
Agreed. Now for the downside. Are you aware that because you're under 18 years of age, making and owning a sex tape could make you guilty of child pornography? Listen, guys, don't take this too hard, all right? These things, they never work out well. My sex tape with J.D. Salinger was a disaster.
Thanks, Miss Ace.
Later, dude! Ladies!
Miss Holiday, we need your help.
So, why are we sitting on the floor?
Because we're in Japan. Welcome to my sacred, sexy sharing circle. I want to thank you guys for confiding in me because I know this is tough. And I want to ask both of you if either one of you thinks that you might be a lesbian.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? I'm attracted to girls and I'm attracted to guys. I made out with a mannequin. I even had a sex dream about a shrub that was just in the shape of a person's.
Well, we've all been there. I went to an all-girls college where the only industry in the town was the manufacturing of softball equipment. Still feel a little tingle when I hear Ani DeFranco. Ooh. Anyway, it's not about who you are attracted to ultimately. It's about who you fall in love with.
Well, I don't know how I feel because Santana refuses to talk about it.
Okay. Well, I know talking about feelings can be really hard, so I have an idea. Why don't you guys find a song and see if maybe the lyrics of the song could help you start a dialogue going?
I could be down with that. I have the
perfect song. There's just one problem, though. Britt and I may need your help to sing it.
I thought you'd never ask.
Alright, so give me sensual, but don't make fun of it. Like, really try. Okay, now give me sultry. Kurt, they're all sort of looking the same.
It's because the face I'm actually doing is uncomfortable. This is pointless, Blaine. I don't know how to be sexy because I don't know the first thing about sex.
Kurt, you're blushing.
I've tried watching those movies, but I just get horribly depressed, and I think about how they were all kids' fun, so they'll have mothers. And God, what would their mothers think? And why would you get that tattooed there?
Then maybe we should have a conversation about it. I'll tell you what I know.
I don't want to know the graphic details. I like romance. That's why I like Broadway musicals. Because the touch of the fingertips is as sexy as it gets.
Kurt, you're gonna have to learn about it someday.
Well, not today. I think I've learned quite enough for today, thank you. I think you should leave.
So just nice and easy. I don't want to go too far away from the original version.
Since when do you need help singing in front of the Glee Club?
It's not about the singing. I'm trying to make Prince's kiss into a tango. Just want to make sure it's appropriate.
Kiss as a tango? That's awesome. And ridiculous.
Anyway, I want to do this right for the sexy lesson. So, picture us in the auditorium. Big backdrop, lighting, costume, the whole thing. Hit it.
Don't be.
Go out with me.
Oh, you don't want any of this. I'm damaged goods. Yes, it makes me terrific in bed, but it also means I tend to break nice guys like you into wassa crackers.
Oh, I think I can handle it.
You married your high school sweetheart, and then you went out with a virgin. It's a great song. You don't need me, though. The kids are gonna love it.
Need a hand?
Yeah, why don't you hand me that carburetor? How'd you know which one it was?
My dad and I rebuilt a 59 Chevy in our driveway 2 summers ago. One of his many attempts at bonding.
You here looking for parts?
No, actually. I wanted to talk to you about Kurt.
Is he okay?
Have you ever talked to him about sex?
Are you gay? Or straight? Or what?
I'm definitely gay.
Okay, good. I mean, whatever, but, good for Kurt. He needs someone like you to talk to.
Well, that's kind of my point. I've tried talking to him, but he basically puts his fingers in his ears and starts singing.
Well, when he's ready, he'll listen.
I'm worried that it might be too late. You know, Dalton doesn't even have sex ed classes. Most schools don't, and the ones that do almost never discuss what sex is like for gay kids. Kurt is the most moral, compassionate person I've ever met.
He gets that from his mother.
And I'm blown away by your guys' relationship. You think my dad built a car with me because he loves cars? I think he did it because he thought getting my hands dirty might make me straight.
Yeah, he talked to you about this kind of stuff?
Oh, I had to go find it for myself. The internet is great and all the information is out there, but I went searching for it. Kurt won't. And one day he'll be at a party and maybe have a few drinks, and then I'll meet some guy and start fooling around, and he's not going to know about using protection or STDs. I don't have the relationship with my dad that you have with Kurt. I think it would be really cool if you took advantage of that. I'm sorry if I'm overstepping.
You are.
again in the snow-covered hills. Well, maybe. Well, maybe. The left side will bring you down.
Is that really how you feel?
Pretty cool that our girlfriends are such good friends, right? Wish you and I were that close.
Can I just applaud this trio for exploring the uncharted world of sapphic charm? Brava. Brava.
Look, just because I sang a song this birthday doesn't mean that you can put a label on me. Is that clear?
This meeting of the Celibacy Club will now come to order. Before we begin, I would just like to start by congratulating you by reminding you not one member of this club has had an unwanted pregnancy in almost a year. You get tensies for mensies. I'd also like to welcome our newest member, Noah Puckerman. Are you lost, Noah? Yeah, you don't belong here. You're the biggest mentor of them all.
Besides, Susan and I were going to make a sex tape. I found out that making that tape would result in my arrest. I've hit rock bottom and I've come here to set myself straight.
That's just awesome, Noah. And you're just in time because tomorrow, the girls and I are going to perform a song for Glee Club extolling the benefits of celibacy.
I'm down for that. Point of order, though. All three chicks and me is just a typical Saturday night in the Puckerman bedroom. It's not the best balance for singing. We need at least one more dude.
I've got that covered.
Gonna find my baby, gonna hold her tight, gonna grab some afternoon delight. My motto's always been when it's right, while waiting till the middle of a cold dark night. Everything's a little clearer in the light of
Hi, Holly here. So I'm a little confused. Isn't this a strange song for the Celibacy Club to sing?
Well, why? It's so wholesome. It was written during the bicentennial to celebrate America and fireworks and...
No, it's about sneaking out for a nooner.
Yes, exactly. A nooner's when you have dessert in the middle of the day, right? Right, Carl?
Well, regardless, it was a great job, guys. Great number.
It was fantastic.
Hey, wake up. Let's go. Miss Holiday? Miss Holiday? You're still the acting sex ed teacher, right?
You know it, brother.
You don't happen to have any office hours, do you?
Sure. Afternoon to that is a dessert. It's made with coconut and pineapple and marshmallow fudge.
I think Emma and I need an appointment.
What are those?
Those are some pamphlets that I picked up from the free clinic. I thought it might help the process along because it is time you and I had the talk.
Consent.
Yes, it is. You told me to educate myself. Hey, you think this is easy for me? Okay, believe me, I want to do this even less than you do. It's going to suck for both of us. But we're going to get through it together, and we will both be better men because of it. First, most of the mechanics of what you're going to be doing is covered in the pamphlets. Okay, so I want you to read them, and then I want you to come talk to me about it. Deal?
Okay.
All right, now, hey, sit down. We're just getting started. All right. Now, for most guys, sex is just, it's this thing we always want to do. It's fun, feels great, but we're not really thinking too much about, how it makes us feel on the inside or, how the other person feels about it.
Men are different?
Only because they get that it's about something more than just the physical. When you're intimate with somebody in that way, you're exposing yourself. You're never gonna be more vulnerable, and that scares the hell out of a lot of guys. Believe me, I can't tell you how many buddies I've got who have gotten in way too deep with a girl who said she was cool with just hooking up.
But that's not gonna happen to me, Dad.
No, it's gonna be worse, okay, because it's two guys. With two guys, you got two people who think that sex is just sex. It's gonna be easier to come by, and once you start doing this stuff, you're not gonna want to stop. You gotta know that it means something. It's doing something to you, to your heart, to your self-esteem, even though it feels like you're just having fun.
So you're saying I shouldn't have sex?
I think on your 30th birthday, it is a great gift to yourself. Kurt, when you're ready, I want you to be able to do everything. But when you're ready, I want you to use it as a way to connect to another person. Don't throw yourself around like you don't matter. 'Cause you matter, Kurt.
Is that it?
That's it for now. Can I make you some toast?
I think I'll take it up to my room to eat while I look over my new pamphlets. Thank you, Dad.
You're welcome.
Now, I hear you guys are having some problems.
I wouldn't call them problems.
No, we are. We really are. We're having problems.
When is the last time that you...
Never.
I beg your pardon?
We've been married 4 months and we still haven't done the deed.
Girlfriend? What is up with that? He's hot. You're 30.
I haven't felt comfortable, so...
Well, what is it that you do?
So we cuddle a lot?
A lot.
A lot.
We cuddle too much.
No.
We're cuddle monsters.
Okay. We watch the housewife shows, which are so racy.
It's not like I haven't tried. I try. I've made her romantic dinners. I give her roses. And every time I try to touch her, that happens.
Okay, look. I am not a doctor, okay? I don't even like doctor TV shows, unless it's one of those ones where people strap bombs to their chest. I love those. So, I would like to ask you a question, and I want you to answer it very seriously. Are you still in love with Will Schuster?
You know, I was sort of thinking the same thing, but I was afraid to ask it. Are you?
I feel very confused about my feelings.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
No, you and your feelings can stay at the condo, and I'll be with you, Radisson. Thank you, Doctor.
Not a doctor.
Could you please not tell Will about this?
No, of course not. Of course not. My lips are sealed.
Thank you.
Just like your legs. Oh. Kidding! God, that was rude. Why did I say that? See, a real doctor would never have said that. Whew.
Hi. Can we talk? Well, we never do it. I know, but I wanted to thank you for performing that song with me in Glee Club. This made me do a lot of thinking. What I've realized is why I'm such a bitch all the time. I'm a bitch because I'm angry. I'm angry because I have all of these feelings. Feelings for you that I'm afraid of dealing with. Because I'm afraid of dealing with the consequences. And Brittany, I can't go to an Indigo Girls concert. I just can't understand that. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Not really. I want to be with you. But I'm afraid of the talks and the looks. I mean, you know what happened to Kurt at this school? Honey, if anybody were to ever make fun of you, you would either kick their ass or slash them with your vicious, vicious words. Yeah, I know, but I'm so afraid of what everyone will say behind my back. Still, I have to accept that I love you. I love you, and I don't want to be with Sam, Finn, or any of those other guys. I just want you. Please say you love me back. Please. Of course I love you. I do. And I would totally be with you if it weren't for Artie. Artie. I love him too. I don't want to hurt him. That's not right. I can't break up with him. Yes, you can. He's just a stupid boy. But it wouldn't be right. Santana, you have to know, if Artie and I were to ever break up, And I'm lucky enough that you're still single. I'm so yours. Proudly so.
Oh, wow. Whoever thought that being fluid meant you could be so stuck?
Charlie, get off me.
Nerd. Whoa. Why you gotta hate?
You joined the celibacy club?
What the hell? I thought you and me were an item. Lauren, stop. I need to talk to you about something. I realized something lately. I do a lot of stupid things. Once on a dare, I swallowed a thumbtack. And I'm about 90% sure it's still in there. I don't think about consequences. And while I used to think that made me cool, now I just think it makes me a loser. I like you, Lauren. I like wooing you. Next to dropping my afternoon dues, it's my favorite part of the day. So I'm making a change. And if that makes me a nerd, fine.
I really do have the urge to punch you.
If we can play footsie in celibacy club, I'm in. Nerd.
I hereby call the Celibacy Club to order.
Where's Miss Pillsbury?
She decided to take the hour she was spending here to use it to fix her sham of a marriage. In the interim, I'll be taking over.
Because you annoyingly take over everything?
Because I realized that while all of us making our celibacy pledge is wonderful, one day we're going to fall in love with someone and we're going to choose to be intimate with them.
Speaking of being intimate, what's with the hickey, Quinn?
It's not a hickey.
Oh, I know hickeys. I'm a freaking connoisseur. I can make them into shapes like balloon animals.
I burnt myself this morning with a curling iron.
The key is to use the curling iron in the bathtub to keep you from getting burnt.
No, I was sure I was caught.
What was that? Is that your mom?
Luke, she'll be up for hours. Force rules.
Oof. I'll be more careful with the hickey placement next time.
So awesome. We have 2 months until prom, so we have plenty of time to campaign for prom king and queen.
But that's not all this is about, though, right?
Look, I made a mistake with Buck. You should have been my first. This is where I belong. With you.
Okay.
Hey, hot stuff.
Holly. Hey. Just walking through some choreography. Got regionals in a week, and I just want to make sure all the dances are what I like to call fin-proof.
Oh, well, I won't keep you. I just came to say goodbye. I'm going over to Shawnee Township to teach algebra.
Really?
Yeah. There were some parent complaints. Apparently my cucumber demonstration made it impossible to watch Veggie Tales the same way ever again. I personally thought it made watching that show hilarious.
Wow. I really don't want to say goodbye.
then maybe we shouldn't. Teaching Santana and Brittany how to get their Stevie Nicks on made me realize how closed off I've been. I'm getting older too. Maybe I should try a relationship that lasts more than 36 hours.
You serious?
Plus, seeing another woman with the hots for you kind of made me jealous.
Wait, what?
I know a lot about sex well, but maybe it's time I learned a little something about romance.
Well, I don't know if you've heard. But I happen to be an excellent educator.